As you can see, we are now in front of Ziraat Bankası. Now this is one of the branches in Kizilay. This bank is one of the most important banks when it comes to the modern Turkish history, as well as the late 19th century of the Ottoman Empire. Mainly the role of this bank was directed into agriculture and also to help the Turkish peasants back in those times. Another main role of the bank, which is very important, was to provide cash for Muslim Turkish peasants who had, before the establishment of this bank, to get their cash from the non-Muslim communities in the Ottoman Empire. Another important point when it comes to Ziraat Bankası is the role of it a bit before the First World War and during the First World War in nationalizing the economy and creating a national Turkish capital.
On the 28th February 1838, the Ministry of Finance was established, exactly during the period of Mahmud II in the Ottoman Empire. After the Crimean War, Galata bankers, who were non-Muslim investors, and later on the Zivihmmsmj, Ottoman Foreign Debt Administration, provided internal funds to the Ottoman Empire. Great powers at that time urged the Ottoman Empire to establish a banking system. It was their only guarantee to have business and transactions with the empire. Banque de Constantinople was the first bank to be established in 1847, yet it was closed a few years later. Later on, England decided to organize the Ottoman banking system and founded Osmanlı Bankası in 1856. In 1868, Mithat Pasha founded Emniyet Sandığı, Security Fund, to finance again agriculture activities, and that set the foundation of Ziraat Bankası. With the start of the First World War, national banking movement was enhanced in order to improve the national commerce through the use of national capital. This national movement was strengthened with the foundation of Ziraat Bankası in the year 1888. Ziraat Bankası contributed to the agriculture sector and aimed at helping Turkish peasantry. Muslim Turkish citizens of the Ottoman Empire had to deal with military obligations. This resulted in a loss of workforce in the villages, but non-Muslims were in a better position by not sending their sons to the army and paying taxes for that. This obliged Turkish Muslims peasantry to use the cash supplied by non-Muslims with a very high level of interest. Ziraat Bankası's role was important to support those peasants and provide cash with a low interest rate that reached at sometimes 1%. Ziraat Bankası had become a modern organization of the Ottoman Empire, and the Turkish peasants had become more productive. Lastly, Ziraat Bankası has been an important part of the state since its foundation, and had an influence on the development of agriculture after the foundation of the Turkish Republic.
I'm standing in front of Iş Bank, as you can see, one of the branches in Kizilay. This is one of the first bank that was opened by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk back in 1924. And you can see that is one of the few branches that they have all over across Turkey. This is in Kizilay, as you can see. And the main importance of the bank was open to improve the financial turmoil that Turkey was after the First World War. So the main aim was to promote business, small business companies, and to other financial institutions so that the economy of Turkey could increase. So as you can see, this is one of the perfect examples of Iş Bank.
Paramount among measures that will liberate and augment the nation is the establishment of a bank, utterly modern and national in identity, born directly out of the people's respect and coincidence. These words were uttered by Mustafa Kemal before the Council of Ministers, which summoned in July 1924 to express his aspirations for foundation of a national bank. Iş Bank is Turkey's truly first national bank following the promulgation of the Republic back in August 26, 1924, mandated by Atatürk. First operated in Izmir, It began to operate with 2 branches and 37 staff under the leadership of Celal Bayar, the first general manager to run the bank. The foundation of the Turkish state came right after the end of World War I, thus the need for financial institutions to stabilize the economy and offer citizenship with opportunities.
In front of Vakıf Bank, one of the many branches in Ankara, not to say the whole of Turkey. Vakıf Bank was created in 1954 during the Menderes era, which was characterized by a high rise of democracy and economic growth, which made it a proper environment for creation of economic institutions at the bank. Thus, the purpose of creating Vakıf Bank was the management of the spending and the revenues of charitable foundations, charitable foundations, which will remind us how the ulema was getting their money for the different purposes they were given to.
Vakıf Bank was founded on April 13, 1954 under the law Türkiye Vakıflar Bankası Türk Anonim Ortaklık Kanunu. It was established in Ankara, but soon it will spread all around the country. The aim of the bank was the management of the revenues and also the spending of charitable foundations that were set up all the way from the Ottoman era. And it was aimed to provide means to economic development that were with the increase of Turkey's saving rates.